Well, he vowed to inflict as much pain as possible on the U.S. in response to Trump's tariffs.
You come at us, we aren't rolling over. Sure, we're going to get hurt. There's no doubt. But they're going to get hurt just as much. They don't have the manpower. I don't start a tariff war, but we're going to win this tariff war. Then we're going to cancel Starlinks right away from Elon Musk.
He needs to pull back. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen here. President Trump ran on a mandate. It's going to work totally opposite. Plants will close down within a week. Assembly plants in Michigan, which is a red state.
Ontario just cut energy exports to parts of the U.S., and Trump is fuming. This retaliation slams several U.S. states right as temperatures peak. And Trump's response? It's pure fire. But what he said next might actually change energy policy forever. Should U.S. states rely on foreign energy at all? Or was Trump right to demand full energy independence? What happens when America ticks off its northern neighbor? You get a shockwave through the grid. In a sudden, retaliatory move, Ontario's premier announced a partial freeze on hydroelectric exports to the U.S., directly targeting New York, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. The reason? Trump's new 40% tariff on Canadian aluminum and steel, reactivated under his revived America First trade reset. This isn't symbolic. These U.S. states rely on Canada for over 15% of their off-peak power. Trump's tariffs triggered a blackout-level backlash. Hours after Ontario's announcement, Trump erupted at a rally in Dayton, Ohio. "Let them freeze," he shouted. "We built them, and they send us overpriced power? Not anymore." He claimed Canada has taken advantage of weak U.S. presidents for decades, and now they're crying because he finally fought back. He even hinted at seizing control of cross-border energy pipelines under a new executive order. If they cut us off, we cut them out. Behind the headlines, governors are scrambling. Michigan's energy grid operator issued a Level 2 alert, asking residents to reduce power use during peak hours.
In a consumer alert, Michigan energy regulators are worried after Ontario's announcement that it will charge more for electricity being sold to the U.S.
This morning, Ontario Premier Doug Ford said any Ontario generator selling electricity to the U.S. must add a 25% surcharge. The tax comes in response to President Trump's trade war.
New York officials quietly reopened retired gas plants to compensate. And in Pennsylvania, factories running on Ontario-supplied electricity faced rolling slowdowns, just as summer demand hit. Ironically, these are the same states Trump has been battling with politically. Blue states suffer, red states watch. Ontario's premier, Doug Ford, didn't hold back either. He accused Trump of waging economic war on his own allies and said the energy freeze was just the start. Ford pointed out that the U.S. has quietly expanded energy imports for years, then used tariffs like a club. He declared, "Canada won't fuel a country that taxes us like China." Suddenly, Canada looks less like a friendly neighbor and more like a strategic energy rival. Should Trump have pushed tariffs this hard, or did Canada just reveal its true colors? Comment below and make your voice heard. This isn't just about Canada. Trump used the Ontario freeze to double down on U.S. energy independence, calling for new drilling in Alaska, expansion of natural gas terminals, and even restarting coal facilities in the Rust Belt. He warned, "Foreign power is foreign leverage." And he promised no U.S. state will ever beg Canada for heat again. Trump's vision: cold winters, warm profits, made in America. Major outlets rushed to slam Trump's tariffs as reckless. CNN warned of avoidable energy chaos. MSNBC blamed Trump for alienating Democratic allies. But then something strange happened. Polls showed over 60% of Americans supported Trump's push for energy independence, even if it meant short-term pain. Older voters, especially in affected states, backed Trump's stance as necessary toughness. The media mocked him. Voters didn't. Insiders say back-channel talks between D.C. and Ottawa have collapsed. Canada wants Trump's tariffs revoked before resuming power exports. Trump allies insist any deal must include new U.S. pipeline rights and strict Canadian pricing limits. Neither side is budging. One aide called it a miniature Cold War over actual cold. And behind the scenes, European and Asian powers are watching. seeing just how far Trump will go in an energy standoff. This isn't just politics, it's global leverage. At a town hall last night, Trump addressed the crowd with a smirk. They'll come crawling back when winter hits. He described his energy policy as shock therapy for a country addicted to cheap foreign power. And he vowed to make the U.S. the OPEC of clean coal, gas, and hydro. Love him or hate him, Trump isn't backing down. Trump? He's not freezing, he's just getting warmed up. So here we are, a U.S. energy standoff sparked by tariffs, with Trump at the center throwing fuel on the fire. Whether Ontario caves or not, one thing is clear. Trump's playbook hasn't changed. Fight, retaliate, dominate. And if his comeback continues, these energy wars might just be the beginning. But that's just the beginning.